Rapper Yungeen Ace has now been identified as a suspect in the murder of fellow rapper Foolio.
So Yungeen Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups. We have people that are always watching them.
This development comes after Alicia Andrews, the only woman arrested in connection with the murder, reportedly implicated Yungeen Ace. Let's explore what this could mean for Yungeen Ace and those connected to him. On this date, Alicia Andrews stood before the judge with a defiant gaze, pleading not guilty to the shocking crime that had rocked the hip-hop community. Alongside her were Isaiah Chance and Sean Gathright, who also firmly maintained their innocence. The trio faced accusations of the brutal murder of rising rapper Foolio, a case that had drawn significant public attention. Sean Gathright faces charges of 3 counts of attempted first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm, 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm, and tampering with physical evidence. Alicia Andrews and Isaiah Chance are
all charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree premeditated with the discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of conspiracy of murder in the first degree premeditated with the discharge of a...
Despite their pleas, the court denied bond for all 3 suspects, citing the severity of the crime and the high risk of flight due to their affiliations with notorious Jacksonville gangs.
I'm finding that there is a substantial probability that all 3 defendants committed the dangerous crimes that they are charged.
The evidence presented includes phone data and surveillance footage, placing Alicia and the other suspects at the crime scene, leading the court to conclude that releasing them could threaten public safety. Alicia Andrews, the only woman implicated, is reportedly affiliated with Yungeen Ace's gang, ATK, a group deeply involved in Jacksonville's gang feud with Foolio's 6-block gang. Investigators allege Alicia, along with her co-defendants Isaiah and Sean, participated in the attack as part of this rivalry. Alicia's close ties to ATK and her romantic involvement with Isaiah, a high-ranking member of the gang, are believed to have influenced her role in the assassination plot. Allegedly, Alicia and Isaiah, along with other suspects, traveled in 2 vehicles from Jacksonville to Tampa as part of a coordinated plan to target Foolio. Though Yungeen Ace has not been formally charged, suspicions of his involvement in orchestrating the killing have arisen due to his long-standing feud with Foolio. Their rivalry, marked by diss tracks and public clashes, may have motivated Alicia and others to carry out the attack. Investigators suggest Ace, as the leader of ATK, may have influenced the suspects and possibly played a role in planning the hit. The structured nature of the attack, involving multiple suspects traveling and executing a coordinated plan, indicates potential involvement from higher-ranking ATK members, including Ace. Adding to these suspicions, Ace's recent music releases have come under scrutiny. On the same day as Foolio's murder, Ace released a diss track and music video titled "Do It," which some interpret as alluding to orchestrating a hit on Foolio. The video shows masked men shooting another man in a setting resembling a motel parking lot, and the lyrics focus heavily on violence and shootings. Fans speculated on the timing, with some amazed at how quickly Ace released the diss, and others accusing him of incriminating himself. Shortly after, on June 28th, Ace dropped another track, "Game Over," which many also interpreted Ace's track, "Game Over," as being directed at Foolio. But the controversy didn't stop there. On August 25th, Yungeen Ace posted a snippet of a new song on Triller, with lyrics that appeared to taunt Foolio's death. The track, a remix of Cash Cobain's "Not My Problem" by Lila, includes lines some believe mock Foolio, as well as references to Foolio's mother and ex-girlfriend, who were reportedly also shot. These songs are widely speculated to contain veiled hints about Ace's possible involvement in Foolio's murder. Investigators are now analyzing these lyrics for potential clues, suspecting Ace may have subtly expressed his intent to eliminate Foolio. The timing of the release of "Do It," paired with its content, has only deepened suspicions of Ace's direct involvement in the plot. The most explosive development, however, comes from an unnamed source who claims Ace paid him $10,000 to kill Foolio. In a video circulating on social media, a man wearing a ski mask and orange beanie alleges Foolio was killed on his 26th birthday due to his feud with Ace. In the clip, the unidentified individual says,
"Hey, on everything I love, bro. On the dead homies, bro. I put it on everything on my soul, on my kids. I'm the one that smacked Foolio that night when he got dropped at his birthday celebration, bro. You feel me? I ain't gonna show my face and give my identity away or nothing like that, but you know, I did that."
The man went on to allege that Ace orchestrated the killer.
Money on his head, you feel me? I rock with Ace and them boys, you feel me? ATK, you feel me? I be in Jacksonville heavy, you feel me? If you know, you know. But yeah, you feel me? I did that, you feel me? I handled that, cuz, you know, Ace had that money on his head, you know, Ace had them put that 10K up.
The man further claimed that he carried out the murder because he was tired of Foolio running his mouth.
Told me to slide, told me to smack Fool, because you know he got tired of that running his mouth, playing all the time, you feel me?
The alleged killer also expressed no remorse over Foolio's death.
About that money, anybody could get it, you feel me? And, you know, Foolio had it coming to him, so, you know, I don't really feel sorry, you feel me? A lot of people think that, you know, it was on some game, you know, and all that, like, it ain't even really all that, you feel me? Like, bro, just, you feel me? Ace put that bread up, you feel me? And whoever wanted to take it, so I took that.
These allegations, while yet to be confirmed in court, have intensified the investigation, with authorities focusing on Yungeen Ace's activities and his influence over his associates. Detectives are working to verify these claims and determine if Ace will face charges in connection to the murder. On June 23, 2024, the streets of Tampa were shaken by the violent murder of rapper Julio Foolio, a rising star in the hip-hop scene and a prominent figure in Jacksonville's rap community. Foolio, celebrating his 26th birthday, was ambushed and fatally shot outside a hotel. The calculated attack, described as a gang hit, left Foolio dead and 3 others injured in a barrage of gunfire. Surveillance footage, records, and eyewitness accounts have helped authorities reconstruct the events leading to his murder. Investigators revealed that Foolio's killers had been tracking his movements throughout the day. Weeks before his birthday, Foolio advertised an Airbnb pool party on Instagram, inviting his more than 1 million followers. On his birthday, he shared several Instagram stories, including a video showing off the Airbnb. After being evicted from the property for exceeding the maximum occupancy, Foolio posted his new location at the Holiday Inn. It was in the Holiday Inn parking lot where Foolio and his crew were ambushed in their cars by gunmen identified as Isaiah Rashad and Sean. One of the most incriminating allegations against Alicia Andrews is that she provided the suspects with Foolio's exact location on the night of the murder. Sources close to the investigation claim Alicia had inside knowledge of Foolio's whereabouts and was present at his birthday party. Following her arrest, videos and images surfaced online, showing Alicia partying with Foolio hours before his murder. Law enforcement reports also suggest that Alicia disclosed Foolio's location to the killers. Alongside Isaiah, she allegedly helped track and follow Foolio throughout the night, tracing him and his crew to 2. At each location, the suspects exited their vehicle, and Isaiah used a cell phone. After these communications, a second suspect vehicle arrived at each location. Both vehicles then followed Foolio and his entourage to the Holiday Inn, where the attack occurred. This claim is supported by evidence from phone records and communication between the suspects, indicating that Alicia Andrews played a pivotal role in the planning of the attack. Prosecutors argue that Alicia's involvement was critical, as her shared information allowed her co-defendants to precisely locate Foolio, enabling the targeted hit. This revelation positions her as a key player in the premeditated murder. Investigators continue to build their case around her actions leading up to the fatal shooting. On July 29, 2024, Alicia Andrews was arrested alongside Sean Geit and Isaiah Chance, solidifying her as a central figure in the conspiracy.
Keep coming! Keep coming! Keep coming! Stop! Stop! Turn around! Keep your hands up, turn around! Hands up, keep your hands up! Hands up, don't reach for your waist. Do not reach for your waist. Look at me, back up. Okay, back up. Back up. Back up.
Sean was arrested at a shopping center, while Alicia and Isaiah were found together at a residence. Along with the charges related to Foolio's murder, Alicia is now also facing charges of resisting an officer without violence for failing to surrender. Two additional suspects, Rashad Murphy and Davin Murphy, have been implicated in the crime. Rashad has been apprehended and is currently being held in a different incarceration center without bond, while Davin remains at large. The two brothers are facing charges related to the murder as well.
All right, Mr. Murphy, you are charged with 1 count of premeditated murder in the first degree with the discharge of a firearm, 1 count of murder in the first degree premeditated, and 3 counts of attempted murder in the first.
Sean Geit was reportedly involved in a previous attempt on Foolio's life when he was shot in the foot in October 2023. During his arrest as part of the investigation into Foolio's murder, police found a 9mm pistol and shell casings linked to the October attack. They also discovered a brass catcher, a device used to prevent shell casings from being left behind, which indicates a history of violence on Geit's part. As the trial progresses, the evidence against Alicia Andrews and her co-defendants continues to point to the involvement of a top member of the ATK gang, specifically Yungeen Ace. While Ace has not been formally charged in Foolio's murder, the suspicions surrounding him could have significant legal and career consequences. If substantial evidence ties Ace to the crime, he could face serious legal repercussions. The murder has been framed as a premeditated gang hit, and Florida law imposes strict penalties for those orchestrating or participating in gang-related killings. Even if Ace did not personally carry out the shooting, being implicated as the mastermind could lead to conspiracy or first-degree murder charges under Florida's gang-related statutes. The level of organization and planning involved in the attack, 2 cars tracking Foolio from Jacksonville to Tampa, suggests that it was a well-coordinated assassination. If evidence supports the idea that Ace was the one pulling the strings, his legal troubles could escalate significantly. Gang conspiracy laws also allow prosecutors to charge gang leaders for the actions of their members, meaning Ace could face consequences simply for being the leader of ATK, even if he was not physically present during the murder. In the music industry, particularly in hip-hop, controversy can sometimes fuel an artist's rise to fame. However, being suspected of involvement in a high-profile murder could severely damage Ace's career. While many rappers reference street life and gang culture in their lyrics, there is a fine line between artistic expression and actual criminal involvement. If Ace is formally linked to Foolio's murder, record labels, promoters, and venues may distance themselves from him to avoid being associated with violent crime. Ace's past struggles, including surviving a quadruple shooting that killed his brother and 2 close friends, have shaped his music and given him credibility. However, allegations of orchestrating the murder of a rival could shift his narrative from a survivor of street violence to a perpetrator of it. This could alienate some fans while potentially attracting others, but the long-term impact on his reputation and career remains uncertain, but it's clear that the stakes are higher now than ever before. Yungeen Ace, born Kay Bullard, has had a turbulent life marked by violence, loss, and the harsh realities of growing up in Jacksonville, Florida. As the leader of the ATK, short for Ace's Top Killers gang, he has been at the center of a bitter feud with rival rapper Julio Foolio, whose murder in June 2024 has led to increased scrutiny over Ace's possible involvement. The feud between Yungeen Ace and Julio Foolio has become one of the most prominent and violent rap beefs in recent years. Both artists hail from Jacksonville, a city with a long history of gang-related violence. The rivalry between the two is deeply rooted in street conflict, with each representing different factions. Ace leads ATK, while Foolio was closely associated with the 6 Block gang. This beef escalated from bad to deadly in May 2017, when 19-year-old Zion Brown, Foolio's cousin, was fatally shot by a man who stormed a home on Jacksonville's west side. Arrested in connection to the shooting was 19-year-old DeAndre Thomas. Further investigation revealed a prior connection between Thomas and Yungeen Ace, as both were implicated in a robbery in Orange Park 7 months before Brown's murder. The robbery involved stealing from a marijuana seller, and shots were fired into the home, narrowly missing a couple and a 1-year-old child. Yungeen Ace pleaded no contest to the charges. Ace became the target of a retaliatory shooting for Brown's death in June 2018. He and 3 other teens went to a town center restaurant to celebrate his brother's birthday. Ace survived despite being shot 8 times, but the 3 others, including his brother Trayvon Bullard, died. The two other victims were Royal Devon Smith Jr. and Jacoby Desad Grover. During an interview with Revolt TV, Ace discussed the incident, reflecting on how it continues to affect him.
Every time I'm in the car, I get that acting crazy at lights and stuff like that. I can't really loud sounds that throw me off. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like sounds I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
I get to tweaking and jumping and all doing all kinds of stuff. That's why I don't like being around a lot of too many people. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to be in control.
After the mass shooting, Foolio made several social media posts that glorified the violence and mocked the victims. In one instance, he created a t-shirt featuring a photo of Royal Devon Smith Jr., also known as 23, with the phrase, "Rest in Piss 23. Foolio posted a picture of the shirt on his Instagram, stating he planned to wear it at his upcoming show in January 2019. The cycle of violence continued with another shooting outside the Paradise Gentlemen's Club on Bay Meadows Road. Willie Addison, a rapper known as Boss Goon, was fatally shot, and members of ATK, including rapper Hakeem Robinson, were also injured, including his father, Adal Robinson, who was shot in the back. Retaliatory violence followed, leading to the shooting death of Charles Quinton McCormick Jr., Lil, a rapper affiliated with KTA, in January 2019. In February 2019, Foolio's younger brother, 16-year-old Adrian Denard Gaynor Jr., BBY, was fatally shot, along with Foolio and his girlfriend, who were both injured in separate shootings. Hakeem Robinson, also known as Chew, celebrated the killings of KTA members by putting the victims on the cover of his album, BBY, named after Foolio's little brother. In March 2019, Yungeen Ace survived another attempt on his life in Waycross, Georgia, though a 30-year-old man was killed in the incident. Several individuals were arrested in connection to the shooting, marking another violent episode in the ongoing feud. In March, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office apprehended Casso, charging him with the murders of BBY and Lil Buck. Casso had previously posted videos boasting about the killings and taunting Foolio. Foolio responded with videos mocking ATK and Yungeen Ace, claiming responsibility for the deaths of Ace's brother and Royal Devon Smith Jr. In 2021, Yungeen Ace collaborated with Fast Money Goon and others on the track Who I Smoke, which disturbingly mentions the names of murdered members of his opposition. Foolio responded with his own diss track, When I See You, a remix of Fantasia's When I See You, which he used to taunt Yungeen Ace. In the video, Foolio displayed a banner featuring images of the 3 teens killed while riding with Ace, including his brother, Trayvon Bullard, and others. The feud continued into 2023 when Foolio shared a video clip seemingly showing Yungeen Ace testifying in a police investigation, calling him a rat, and implying Ace had cooperated with law enforcement regarding a fight involving their crews.
They were fighting. Who was fighting? No, I know, it just seemed they were fighting. I ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? You were there. I know, I don't, like I said, okay, tell me the
The feud between Yungeen Ace and Foolio runs so deep that even ordinary people try to profit from it. One woman, for example, found Foolio's ID and held it hostage, demanding $10,000. She threatened to give his address to Ace if Foolio didn't comply, showing how the rivalry has become a form of currency. However, it's unclear whether Foolio gave in to her demands. Before the murder allegations, Yungeen Ace already had multiple run-ins with law enforcement. In 2019, he was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon, though he was later released on bond. His legal issues have added to his reputation as someone caught between the streets and the music industry. Despite his attempts to distance himself from gang affiliations, the constant violence surrounding him has made it difficult to escape his criminal past. Alicia's alleged decision to implicate Yungeen Ace as the mastermind behind Foolio's murder could have severe consequences for her both legally and within the gang culture. In gangs like ATK, loyalty is paramount, and any cooperation with law enforcement is considered snitching. If Alicia did indeed provide crucial information implicating Ace, she could become a target for retaliation from ATK members or other affiliates of Foolio's crew. Such a betrayal could make her a marked person, especially in prison, where gang codes are strictly enforced. Being labeled a snitch can follow someone for the rest of their life, and Alicia's cooperation could isolate her from her former associates. If her testimony leads to charges against Yungeen Ace, she might be offered protection from law enforcement, such as witness protection, but accepting it would further solidify her status as a snitch. Even with protective measures, the reach of a gang like ATK could still pose a constant threat to her safety, making her decision to turn on Ace potentially life-altering.